Good morning, Democrats. It's great to be here. Thank you very much for that welcome. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm here today to tell you about a remarkable victory. On the 6th of April 2009, Advocate Mokatedi Mshe, the then acting National Director of Public Prosecutions, announced that he had decided to discontinue the prosecution against Jacob Zuma on 789 counts of fraud, corruption, money laundering and racketeering that arose out of his relationship with Schabir Shaik. Mshe took that decision based on some intercepted conversations which later became known as the spy tapes. Mshe believed that had fatally compromised the integrity of the prosecution. In fact, it was a much simpler case. It gave him an excuse to drop the charges against Jacob Zuma, who was about to become president of South Africa. The very next day, Helen Zille announced and filed papers to review that decision and have it set aside as being irrational. Between 2010 and 2014, we shuttled between the Pretoria High Court and the Supreme Court of Appeal in an attempt to force the National Prosecuting Authority to hand over the spy tapes so that we can show that the decision to drop the prosecution was illegal and irrational. Eventually, in August 2014, the Supreme Court of Appeal ordered the National Prosecuting Authority to hand over the spy tapes, and we were able to start with the substantive review of the decision to discontinue that prosecution. But again, Jacob Zuma's lawyers ducked and dived. The case should have been heard early in 2015. Eventually, it was late in 2016 that the Pretoria High Court full bench said that, and it concluded that Mshe's decision was irrational and unlawful and set it aside. Unsurprisingly, Zuma and the National Prosecuting Authority appealed again to the Supreme Court of Appeal. The case was set down for 2 days, but by lunchtime on the first day, the National Prosecuting Authority conceded that their appeal had no merit. Shockingly, up until now, you have been funding Jacob Zuma's legal bills to the cost of 15.3 million rands. And we have taken that decision as well on review. There's no way that the South African taxpayers should be paying that bill. But whatever happens, this has been a victory for the rule of law. It has been a resounding vindication of the independence of our courts, which have consistently seen through the sham defenses and glib justifications by Zuma's legal team. More than anything else, this case has been about a very simple principle, that no matter how powerful or well-connected or well-resourced a person is, we're all equal before the law. Establishing this has been worth the nearly 10 years of legal battles and the millions of rands that we have spent on them. And yesterday, ex-President Zuma appeared in the dock of the Durban High Court. The DA has ensured that justice prevailed. And I would like to thank you, the members of this party, for your faith in our program of ensuring that South Africa is governed in terms of the rule of law and with an independent judiciary. Thank you very much.